Hello boys and girls, I'm in my Carenado model. Gonna cross feed fuel switch there. I'm gonna switch over to the main fuel tank. It's about 5:40 in the afternoon. Gonna go for a small flight and test the recordability of this plane. I did a small test flight earlier just to see if it actually worked. The last time I tried using this plane, I had Active Sky installed on the system to run the weather, and it didn't work properly with fraps, so I couldn't record it, and all I got was a flickering screen. I used my cell phone at that point to record it. Set my altitude there for 6,000. I'll select the altimeter button there. This is not working. What the hell? Power off, power on, and there we go. Okay. The altimeter selected is the one you use when you want the altitude that you set in the box there. Okay, so this is a great model. It's my Carenado model. I paid good money for this one. It's like having a toy plane. It functions just like the real plane. I really like it. Now I got to set my climb rate per minute. Set it for 1,200 feet per minute. As you can see there, where the boxes I've got the arrow. And there's my wing. Before I move on, I moved up just a little bit. I can't see the flaps. They're really just behind my line of sight there. Let's see, that's flaps out, flaps in, and I'm going to put them back out again because I need about 50%. So let's get out of here. To the right, because the runway is to the right. It's 3-5 left, as you saw those red lights there. And I'm in the dirt. My joystick is not the best joystick, and so it tends to roll. I come back and forth, so if I twist it too far, it takes a while for it to respond, and then it comes back, or it goes too far too fast, and then I have to come back with it. I don't come back too far, but because the joystick's old, it doesn't respond properly, and it ends up really just making a snaking movement as I try to track the plane down the taxiway here. It's a great model. As you can hear, it's not extremely loud like the default King Air model. This is a King Air B200, which is a Super King Air. It's a huge plane for its size. I mean, it's one of the bigger King Airs. It's got two huge engines, as you saw. I'm just going to make left here on the taxiway. There's a plane out in the distance there. I don't see any planes trying to land. And sorry. Sorry. I didn't request clearance for takeoff. I don't feel like getting into all that right now. I'm just taking the plane out for a spin, recording it. Okay. We're at 3-5 left. Taxiway C. Come to a stop here. Always stop so you can see those lines there. That's your wall. Let's see if anybody's trying to land out here. No. I don't see anybody. You see that lightning out there, did you? Yeah, I've got it set to building storms, and the weather will vary as often as possible. I've got it set to that, so I like the default weather engine is not horrible. It's just it could look better. You know, they never updated it, and there's a lot of aftermarket updates for it, and I have the Active Sky, and it looks fantastic, but I'm afraid to install it because it may not let me record. I'm recording right now, and I'm really happy because I really want you to see this model. So let's go on out of here. Right up to about 50%. I didn't bother coming to a stop because I want to get in the air. 60%, 70, 80. And as you see, yeah, it's hard to track down the runway. Let's just floor it now. Okay. Oh, that's rotate. Gear up. Took me all to get to the button. It's actually windy out here, so my plane is going all over the place. I've got my heading set for north. I took 35 left because it is a north heading runway. And I'm not flying to Dallas or anything, but I could as my direction. But I need a track to the right here to square out my heading. I'm trying to climb nice and smooth. I don't want to climb too heavy. I still got half flaps out. It's giving me plenty of lift. As you can see, my climb rate's pretty high. I'm climbing at about 1,300 feet per minute. Maybe 14 even, like 13. I apologize. I got sick a couple days ago, and I'm suffering from laryngitis now. And Jason is allergic to yogurt, believe it or not. Right. Nice and easy though. Just trying to keep the climb rate steady at 10 degrees. I don't want it higher than that really. I want to maintain my speed. So once I score off here north, 360. Level it off, and I've got my altitude set for 6,000. Once I get close to that, or as I get to that, I'll put it into autopilot and let that roll so you can see the scenery a little bit. Just, you know, like I said, this is just a preliminary recording. What I really want to do, look at that grade. You know, what I like about Austin, when the flight simulator renders Austin, it renders it with a lot of low-lying clouds, the fog that you saw. At 5:30 in the afternoon, there wouldn't be much fog, but they're calling it a moist city, I guess, for its altitude and its moisture content. So I'm at 5,000 feet now. It always renders it with fog, no matter what. Especially at night, it's fun. It's hard to land in. That's really pretty. It's believable. It's not the best looking weather, but it's believable. Not sure what highway that is. It's got to be 183. But, okay, we're at 5570, and climbing. I should just get right back to north here. Climb rate is steady. Let's put the autopilot on. Just trying to level it back down. I overshot 6,000 feet because I was doing it manually. So I'm just going to put an autopilot here now and set my descent rate 300 feet per minute downward. The descent should be nice and smooth down to 6,000. It'll let me know when it gets there. Sorry for the sniffles, you guys. Let me turn this off. And we're in the clouds. You can't see much. It's very realistic. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The fuse box over there is not functional, but everything else you see on the dash is functional. Pretty much 99% of all those switches are operative. These are turbo engines, turbojet engines, so that exhaust faces back to add to the thrust, add to the forward thrust. You see the two GPSs there. What I like to do is have one GPS close and the other GPS far. The GPS on the right is for the co-pilot, but I tend to use it myself because I don't have a co-pilot. As you can see, the monitor on the bottom there is actually my radar, and it comes in very helpful in a zero visibility situation. I'm at 6,000 feet now and holding steady. Only been in the air for about 7 minutes, I guess, 6 minutes, but if that long. It's 5:50 in the afternoon. Just turning my lights on, putting my strobes on, putting my beacon on, getting rid of the nav lights. I didn't have anything else on. The taxi lights I need to make sure all those are off. Don't need them on. The switches down there at the bottom right, the white and red ones there. I've got a coffee light. I've got an interior soft light, and I also have a panel light. That was very realistic, but I'm not going to show it now because it's daylight. I'll do another shoot of this in the dark, and maybe I'll try to do a Grand Canyon flight in the dark and see how the light from this plane renders onto the canyon walls. That'd be really great. But thanks for watching this one, and I'll try to get the next video up for you as fast as I can. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you on the next one around. Ciao.